Snap, good morning, what's going on? We're going to do a little investing mini lesson today. So is my fucking stomach hanging out of this thing? Holy gosh. We're going to do a little investing money mini lesson, some strategy, some philosophy. It'll be a good one. I did have a drink of water just prior to this to lube up the throat, but more of it ended up on the jacket than I think in the mouth. So hey, I got a cool message this morning, an investment offer, happens very regularly. Here it is. And by the way, all the investment offers, I do appreciate them and I look into them thoroughly because I'm always learning new things. I don't think that I know it all, I certainly don't know it all. But I like looking at new things and comparing them against my own beliefs and philosophies. Here is one of those beliefs and philosophies. First and foremost, cocktail stirrer. Whenever I'm about to make an investment, the first thing I think about is the pain, the drawback, and the risk. The upside potential is just another kettle of fish. The first thing is the pain. Each individual investment is like a nail. It's like lying on a nail. It's going to cause some pain at times, and you have to be aware of that. You have to factor that in. Now, when you have one nail to sit on, it's going to be a pain up your ass. I'm not saying to avoid that. Sometimes you can have a pain up your ass. That can be okay. You can deal with it because you got that cash flow. If it's generating a shitload of cash flow, and you can take some of the cash flow to get an ass rub every now and then and soothe the bum pain, that could be okay. But most people don't even get cash flow producing investments. They just have one big pain up the fucking ass. When they're 20, they buy the house. And now I got a house, I'm a homeowner, fantastic. They put the post on the Facebook and all their friends applaud and cheer them. Congratulations, you got a pain up the ass. Oh, by the way, in this particular metaphor, getting a big mortgage is like not only sitting on this nail, but then having a bunch of weight on top. You're leveraged down into the pain. Oh, fuck that. Here's what I suggest. This is what I do. Instead of having one thing in one investment, having all your eggs in one basket, having one pain up the arse, you have a bed. You build a bed of nails because everyone knows you can lie on a bed of nails and be pretty comfortable. You distribute the load. You have a weight over many different nails, then you don't have pain. And you can do that in property. Here's how. You start with real estate investment trusts. This one's called VG6. This is the Vanguard REIT. You want to look it up. When you buy into a REIT like this, you get a bed of nails. You get diversification built in. You get healthcare properties, hotels and resorts, industrial, office space. You get development. You get residential properties. You get real estate services. You get retail space. You get it all. You get a mix. If one thing explodes, you don't give a fuck. There's no fucks given. If one of my service stations in one of my REITs exploded, I wouldn't even know. When you buy a clump of bricks and mortar that decay in the sun and have entropy take hold of them over a period of 20, 30, 40 years, the shit breaks down. You get the phone call from the agent. Yeah, your tenant's broken his flux capacitor. You're gonna need to fix this shit. That's not intelligent investing. That's called having a pain up your ass. If any of my investments make me get out of my pajamas, I'm selling that fucking investment. It's not an investment. It's attacking my quality of life, which is the reason I invest. And so many people think, yeah, okay, cool, Lewis, you're investing in pajamas, but you must make a whole lot less. You know, if you don't have to pick up the phone call and deal with the shit and go to the place and fix your flux capacitors, you're going to be making less. Not necessarily. This particular one, VG6, has done 10% per annum since 1996. 10%. Why would I get into one pain in my ass doing 5.8% per annum when I can own all of them and get more with less work? The expense ratio on this particular one is 0.26%. So for every $100,000 you invest, that's an expense ratio of $260. Oh, and there's a minimum of $3,000, which allows you to do dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging is also known as time diversification, which means you don't have to pick the market. You don't bottom, top, it doesn't matter. You just buy every single month. You do what Ben Graham and Warren Buffett say. Buy your stocks, buy your investments like groceries, not like perfume. Don't pick and choose, just buy them. Small disclaimer, 60 to 70% of the people watching this are from the United States. So this particular one is on the US Vanguard site. If you're from Australia like me, we have access to a slightly different array of REITs. Slightly less sexy in terms of the returns, but we have a currency discrepancy built into them, which over a really long period of time will neutralize and cancel out, and in the short term can actually help to neutralize the volatilities of your equity growth. So it's not always a bad thing. Then if you're an infinite prosperity student and you know the currency market, you can see what's going on and you'll know what's going on anyway. And it's better than 5.8 with a pain in the ass. Finally, because I'm a licensed financial educator, I must say that this is not personal advice and this is not an invitation to invest in this particular asset class or this particular instrument. It's just I'm sharing my philosophy. That is what I want you to get from this lesson. The philosophy of investing wisely. Investing wisely is about having a bed of nails, not just 2 or 3 or 4 prongs up the quoit. Get a bed of nails, and even better, get that bed of nails managed by people who know way more about property than what you do. The people managing $60 billion property funds, they've dedicated their life to that. They know every nook and cranny, nut and bolt about that industry. If you don't, why would you just let them do it? It's just more efficient that way. So at Infinite Prosperity, we teach business, trading, money, investing from the point of view of lifestyle. You need to be mobile. You need to be able to do what you got to do from your house. If I want to sell an investment, I should click a button. Laptop, phone, computer, anywhere, anytime on earth with an internet connection, I should click a button, and if in 3 days I don't have liquid cash money in my account that I can go and buy avocado on toast for breakfast with, that's a crazy investment. We're here on the rock to have a good time, to experience a good life. So to invest in any other way that would take away from that, it's just completely illogical in my opinion. If you're investing for lifestyle, you're doing it how we're doing it. If this kind of philosophy resonates with you, you see truth and wisdom in it, and you're not an Infinite Prosperity student, golly gosh. Swipe up on Instagram or type in this link here, lewismocker.com/lessons, get my free lessons. Start with the free lessons, and then just read them, see how you feel about them. If you consume all the free content, and there's a fair bit there, by the way, if you get through the free lessons and it doesn't click, don't really like it that much, there's zero risk. But if you like it and you want to become a paid member, a couple $100, and I'm going to teach you everything that I was just talking about.